He's Knickerdoodle Dumb, and I'm Matt.
You forgot to say and we're insufficient.
And we're insufficient.
Jesus.
Sweet but crumbles under pressure, man. That's what you are.
You're taking it too far. It's not a segment where we insult each other at the beginning of the show. You're just supposed to say something stupid and then my name. Because it's Friday.
What do you mean? Like horny toad Nick, and I'm Matt, and we're insufficient?
At the end of the show, I'm going to call you a Fishman apologist.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's Fishman apologist. He's Trey's butt plug, and I'm Matt.
Okay, but that's too far.
You can't give those types of things to me and be like,
I
too
know,
far.
You're mean.
It's not that I'm mean. I have
no,
to
but
pull...
you're not mean in a mean way. You're just. I have a brother who's
inappropriate.
Got fuck you loaded at all times. You're like, hey, your salad looks weird. Fuck you, right? Just comes out like that because it's already locked and loaded in. Hey, your shoes untied. Fuck you, right? No, but you, on the other hand, you've got this like your level. Your opening bid is already so mean, but it's not
because I'm
not
idling
malicious.
I'm idling
it's
at
not
60.
Malicious.
I'm idling at 60 at all times.
Yeah.
So it takes no time to get to 100.
I saw a picture of Tom Marshall this morning, and he and I have very similar hair.
Kind of.
Yeah, so that's where the joke originally came from.
Tom's got some interesting hair.
He's Nick, the Tom Marshall hair lookalike, and I'm Matt, and we're insufficient. That was supposed to be
It's a mouthful.
Yeah. It's Friday.
I just like Knickerdoodle Dandy, and
that's not bad.
I'm mad.
It's all right, and I'm Matt.
We'll get there.
Insufficient. All right,
we'll get there. Somebody said that we're the reason that people hate Phish fans.
No, that's
guy
funny
named James.
Because, Matt, this whole podcast, I'd really like to talk about my feelings and how I feel when I listen to Phish. Do you want to do that for the next 2 hours?
He was upset. He was upset because it was the debate about talking about, what was the best jam of all time. And he's like, it's completely subjective. And then I was like, yeah, but if you get a mass voting on it, it's almost not subjective anymore because the masses voted for that specific jam. They subjectively figured it out that this was the best jam. And he was like, you're the reason people hate Phish. I was like, you're a fucking tool. James.
Well, first of all, thanks for listening. Second of all, if you did listen, I made that exact same argument when we started that segment. So go back in time, guy. But secondly, no, Matt.
Oh, he might have just been referring to me.
I'd like to just talk about my feelings when I listen to Phish for the next hour.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that with me?
No, there are already tons of Phish podcasts that do that.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Because when I listen to Phish, I need it to be like
fucking
fishy.
Horrible. That's fucking horrible.
And then
who are you referring to? Because there's definitely a podcast you're referring to.
I'm not calling out names. I did spend some time listening to some other Phish podcasts.
Let's just put it this
morning.
way. It's got 2 guys and 1 girl.
No. That's too specific. Jesus. It sounds like a horrible video I don't want to watch.
I didn't say 2 girls in 1 cup.
It's close enough.
Ugh. Yeah, it's that bad. It's like
but by the way, we are the only podcast not only giving you weekly new content, we give you daily new content.
Daily new content. Content.
Are you content?
Are you content?
You son of a bitch.
We're fucking interesting, and we're not bland.
One of us is really handsome, and the other one looks good in headphones. Right, we're even.
You're asking.
We're even.
You're asking for it.
I know.
You're asking for it.
I love it,
Nick. If the members of Phish had alternate careers,
I love it.
What do you think they might be?
So it's Friday, and on Friday, we'd like to talk about money and Phish selling out or something that has to do with it. And this is great. We did some thinking about, let's just say that all of a sudden Trey wants a career change. What's it going to be? Or if Trey went back in time and said, you know what, I don't want to be the front man for a band and I want to do something else, what would that be? And Matt actually came up with a really great one that I didn't think of, but I love it. Let's explore.
For Trey?
For Trey. Yeah, Trey's the best one.
Okay, if it was Trey, I think he might be a professional chef.
He would absolutely celebrity chef, not professional, celebrity chef.
Well, that's to be discovered yet because we don't know if he's actually that good.
Well, it doesn't matter. Do you think Gordon Ramsay really knows how to cook, or is he just a dickweed?
No, he absolutely knows how to cook. Yeah, no, you're just a dickweed. Jesus.
Dude, Gordon Ramsay did not like that. Holy shit.
No, he didn't. Christ, is everything all right?
Yeah, my studio was like, nope.
Yeah, everything started falling because Plant, the producer, decided that this shit was no good.
By the way, I do think that we need a producer.
No, we
don't.
If
anybody out there wants to be a producer, let me know. Oh, fuck. You know what I was going to do today? I was going to have a phone number ready that I would not answer, but if you sent a text, we could reply.
Do you have that ready?
No, I'll have it ready for Monday.
All right. So if Trey was a professional chef, I think based on Trey's passions for creativity, exploration, he could easily translate into crafting culinary masterpieces.
He likes making people happy. He pushes boundaries. He'd make a great celebrity chef. I would watch him. I think that's spot on. His personality type, celebrity chef extraordinaire.
All right. So for Paige, and we've talked about this.
Paige is just too spot on.
I said philosopher.
Oh, I thought you said therapist.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah.
But I like the philosopher better. Paige often reflects deeply in interviews, and his thoughtfulness, nature, suggests he'd be a great contemplating life's big questions and writing books or giving lectures, potentially.
I feel like of all of them, music is the one venue where he just didn't have a choice. He could have been in a band Air
Supply. I feel like he could have been a doctor.
Could have been an Air Supply. You ever listen to that band?
A doctor?
No. Air Supply, the band.
I like the doctor because his dad was a doctor.
Air Supply.
I know Air Supply. I get it.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted you to say Air Supply.
I never liked them.
No, nobody liked them.
How about Morphine? He could have been part of Morphine.
No, dude. I can't think of a band I hate more than Morphine.
Do you know them?
Yeah.
You know who's going back on tour?
There is a band that I hate more than Morphine. Queensryche.
How about Smash Mouth?
Dude, I like Smash Mouth. One song. Maybe two songs.
I caught a lady. I was shopping the other day.
Dude, you told this story on the podcast already.
Okay, we're done. For Fishman.
He's Matt, I'm Nick.
Yeah, for Fishman. He's Mr. Chode. I'm Matt.
Oh,
we're
God.
Insufficient.
This
what?
Fucking mean.
This
is mean. This is fucking mean. Mr. Chode. Come
John
get the wild ride.
John Fishman. Professional fisherman.
We spent a lot of time on that one. We had a bunch of different options.
Given his last name and his quirky activities, he would probably
yeah. You need a boat and a fishing
laid-back
pole.
piece of water-bound life. That's what Fishman needs.
He could be on The Deadliest Catch or the tuna fish one. By the way, those tuna fish ones sail out of Boston.
Wicked Tuna. Yeah, dude,
I hate that show.
Gloucester.
How do you feel about the word wicked?
I mean, it's part of our lexicon.
I hate that it's part of our lexicon.
But it is, though.
Dude,
all
wicked.
Right, Mike.
Where are you from? I'm from Boston. Oh, wicked. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, but why would the guy from wherever who's not from Boston be saying wicked?
They're saying it to me because they're thinking, what are you, wicked pissed? I'm like, yeah, I'm pissed.
Yeah, I
am.
am.
Keep saying wicked.
Fucking face. Hey,
yes.
Mike Gordon as an architect.
Archaeologist is where I went.
Architect.
Archaeologist?
With it, no, I said architect.
Are we saying the same thing?
Architect.
Frog insurance?
Geico. With his structured mind and attention to detail, Mike could design buildings that are not only functional, but also have a unique artistic twist.
Yeah,
very much like his baselines.
Dude, he architected his own house, and you took a shit, you had to pull a lever to get the toilet paper.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't know about this?
No, you have to pull a lever to pull the toilet. Get the toilet paper.
Right after Phish started getting paid, Mike built a house, and in his house, you had to pull a lever to get the toilet paper after you drop a deuce.
So what, dude? The guy wanted to be like Pee Wee Herman. Give him a break.
Okay. I'm just not going to his buildings. But if you told me that he was going to like go dig up some shit in Egypt, I think he's your guy.
All right. Well, we also could to do John Fishman as a yoga instructor. I think it'd be gross.
I think, dude, he does yoga backstage already. This is too close to reality.
It's Mike.
No, man. Fishman in his little sambas in his dress.
I mean,
are those samba classics?
Yeah.
Dude, I like samba classics.
You know how long those take to break in? Those things fucking hurt.
Forever.
Yeah.
And but by the time you break them, they look like ass. That's the problem. So they either look good or they feel good.
Yeah. So that's the end of that segment.
Let me ask you this, Matt. Should we just start yelling out set lists?
Oh my God. It's Friday. It's supposed to be Side Hustle Friday.
Okay. This was part of the side hustle.
I got a couple of other side hustles for them. All right?
All right, I'm ready.
Hang on. Give me a second.
Is it because I'm not wearing headphones? Is that what's throwing you off?
I don't know. It could be. Now this could be just Phish of all time custom wedding vows service.
Wait, what was that?
A custom wedding vows service.
Okay.
So, promise to embrace the unexpected, surrender to the flow, and always let your partner take the type 2 jam in life.
Do you think that...
Who's going to do that, though? I feel like that would be if Mike would do it. That's Mike's side hustle. Custom wedding vows.
Yes, Mike should write your wedding vows. That's a good one. I've been watching some more interviews all week long. I've been talking about interviews with Trey. I've been watching more. He hates the term jam. Jam band. He that's why he's always pushing the term progressive rock. He wants Phish to be a rock band, and they are a rock band.
They are.
I don't think a jam band, but I hate the term jam too.
Because he hates being linked in with people that are not on his level.
Yes. But he won't admit it. That's the funny thing about Trey.
You know how Trey admits it? He admits it by just basically forgetting who you are as a person. So look at what happened with Goose. He showed up with peanut butter and chocolate, and they fucked each other with that thing. And then they played a couple of shows, and then Trey was like, you know what? I'm done.
And now he likes a band called Geese.
And now he likes a band called Geese and King Gizzard.
By the way, Geese is pretty good.
Are they?
Yeah.
But they're not jam.
No, they're like
a band.
Yeah, they're like a progressive rock band.
You know who's going on tour?
Phish.
Yeah. Radiohead.
Radiohead, huh? If you had to choose Radiohead or Dispatch, who you picking?
You're an asshole.
Jesus. Let me tell you something. We're never doing insults at the start of the show. What?
Yeah.
Do you
ridiculous.
like Dispatch that much?
I hate them that much. I can't believe that you would put those two bands in the same fucking sentence.
Okay, that's why you're mad. You know, Dispatch used to come into my restaurant all the time. Did I ever tell this story?
They weren't even called Dispatch. It's called Dick's Back. And then somebody misheard it and was like, oh, Dispatch? That's cool.
So, I managed a restaurant for a long time, and one of the other managers knew who they were. I didn't even know who they were. And they would come in, right? And like they would sell out the Boston Garden or whatever, right? And they'd come in, they're eating, they're bringing like 9 fucking friends and family. It's like this giant fucking thing. And then at the end, she's always comping their meal. And I'm like, dude, if anybody can afford to pay for it, it's these people. Why don't you go comp the meal of the people that can't afford it? Oh my God, I get so mad at her.
I hate this story already.
I hate Dispatch.
I hate Dispatch. I don't think they ever sold out Madison Square Garden.
No, Boston Garden.
I don't think they ever sold out Boston
No, they sold out Boston Garden.
Are you sure about this?
Well, they played it.
Yeah, half empty.
That's possible.
Paige McConnell, chill as fuck podcast host. Every episode is just Paige talking real slow, sipping tea, and softly playing Rhodes chords.
Let me tell you,
Listeners
that's
have 100% sleep rate within 5 minutes.
That is kind of a combination of Air Supply and philosopher. I can't remember that word.
John Fishman Moo Moo Fit Club. Personal stylist service. We only do flowy and we only do fabulous. I fucking love that. I want him to do that so bad.
I want you to do show and a moo moo.
All right.
Yeah?
I'd do that.
Do you have a moo moo?
No, you would need to get it for me.
Okay. So you're basically, I can get you a moo moo and you'll wear it on the show.
Yeah.
Done deal.
Let's see. Any more from Trey? A motivational speaker? Motivational speaker specifically for procrastinators. Just start playing, man. Then ending will reveal itself, or it won't. And that's okay too.
That does actually seem like Trey. That's a great Trey t-shirt. The ending will reveal itself. The back of it says, or it won't.
I love that. And that's okay too.
And that's okay too. Yeah, no, Trey, very loving guy. I
think so.
That makes me angry. I don't know about you. I like dickweed Trey because you knew that underneath it was loving.
Yeah.
Like he loved his fans so much he would fuck with them, give them a bad photo of him just so that they had a story to tell besides here's a picture of me and Trey.
Would you pay for the Moo Moo Fit Club consultation?
Well, what, you trying to get me to go to this?
I don't know. Or dial 1-888-JAM-HELP at 3 a.m. Let me know.
We do need a text number. I've decided.
I think we do too. I would love to be able to call out.
So Monday, we're going to have a phone number. You can text it whenever you want. We probably won't respond in a timely fashion. And if you're really stupid, we probably won't respond at all. But we might.
I don't want to be like the HFP though.
No, you can't leave a voicemail. And if you do, I'm not going to listen to it.
Yeah.
Just send a message.
Okay.
And if you're Trey, you know which emoji you're supposed to put in because apparently Trey only puts one emoji.
Was it a couple of years ago that someone was saying that someone was talking to Trey on a text message and he was talking about how he wanted to meet up with them and like fucking finger blast?
No. That sounds like Fishman.
It was a few years ago. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, I got Trey's personal number," and he's like, he wants to meet up. It
sounds like you were pretending to be Trey. I'm Nick, and he's Trey pretending in text message, Matt. All right, so nobody cares about our Phish madness. Fuck you guys. Okay. Anyway, round one, the Man Mulcahy beat Poster Nutbag. You knew that was going to happen. Yep. Walfredo and Meat Stick. Bye, Walfredo. Okay. The closest one was Safi and Marco Esquandolis with 1 vote each. I'm giving it to Marco.
Okay.
Okay. Because Rai Rocco and Gaiuti the Ugly Pig moves on to round 2, beating Rutherford the Brave. That guy's an idiot. You guys should have seen it coming. Over the weekend, you're going to vote for Wolfman or Axela, the Multi-Beast or Prince Caspian, Fluffhead or Susie Greenberg, and then Highway Jill and Millie Grace. Okay.
How many rounds left do we have to go?
Well, we'll do it on Monday. We'll do those 4. On Wednesday, by the end of the week, we'll be done next week.
Okay. All right.
You know, I loved it. I liked it when you came up with that segment. And
I just don't think people were as engaged with it. It's all right. We'll get them there. We'll do it next year. We'll keep shoving it in their face till they can't stop.
I mean, I guess we could vote on what the best version of Lawn Boy is.
It sounds like you've given up.
No.
I guess we could just vote on the best version of Lawn Boy.
Well, I feel like you and I are out here. You and I are out here given, great content. Okay, fine. Mediocre content, but it's daily.
At best.
Okay. No, it is daily.
No,
we do this every day.
It's mediocre.
Yeah, it's mediocre, but it's still content. We're not just There was a small period where we would just read off set lists, okay? Once for like 2 weeks.
But guess what? Guess what? If you listen to any Phish podcast today, that is exactly what they're doing.
Right. We're out
This
here.
day in Phish history.
Hey, we did that yesterday.
But we do it better.
We only do it once a week.
Yeah, we do it once a week.
We do it once
better.
a week. We give you international jams. Oh, that's it. Can I do a question? No.
Go ahead.
No.
Do whatever you want.
If you could rename jam, what would you rename it? Because I think it's stupid. And so does Trey. So what would you call the improvisational part of musical music?
Improv.
Comment below. The improv section?
Yep, that's usually what a lot of bands call it.
The improv band? I mean,
Yeah.
They're not called improv bands.
I mean, I think they found a good name for it. I just don't want to put Phish in it.
Jam?
I'll put SCI in there. I'll put Mo in there. I'll put Disco Biscuits in there. I'll put Twiddle in there. I'll put
I heard some
Goose.
Disco Biscuits the other day. I like Disco Biscuits. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to share my feelings on the Disco Biscuits. But
It's the same thing, though. It's just the techno-y.
yeah, I mean, look, if you can't listen to Phish all day long, and I don't think anybody can listen to Phish all day long. Yeah, I do. But other than that, sometimes some Disco Biscuits are okay.
When I'm listening to other
Jimmy Buffett,
when I'm not listening to Phish, I am listening to the furthest thing away from Phish.
yes,
Usually,
which is what?
I don't know stuff. Even I mean, do you want me to some of my stuff that's on the playlist?
Yeah,
that I could tell you about.
There's stuff you can't tell me about.
Midnight Generation. I kind of like them. That's a new one for me.
Yep.
Shit, I was listening to Toto the other day.
We
Beethoven,
were talking about Toto the other day.
Yeah, Beethoven, Seventh Symphony, Second Movement. That's a good one.
Are you fucking with me right now? You just trying to sound
not.
cool? Or do you really listen to Beethoven? Dude, I'm learning
really
stuff right now.
I really listen to Beethoven. Parcels I've been listening to.
Okay.
A little bit of Elvis.
What are you listening to from Elvis?
What I listened to recently is "If I Can Dream." It's a great song.
I don't even know that Elvis song.
Yes, you do.
If I can turn back time. Oh. Yeah, you know that now YouTube is going to flag this and then take it down.
That was 2 seconds. That wasn't even enough.
God damn it, YouTube.
A little bit of the Toots and the Maytals. Mono Neon. I really like.
He just died, right?
Yeah, he died a few years ago.
No, I think it was like
live.
Not that long ago.
It wasn't.
I like that.
I say a few years ago. Mono Neon, big fan of his.
Okay.
I like his stuff. A little bit of Aretha. I've been listening to a little bit of Chapel Rowan. I've a little touched my.
Dude, you love Chapel Rowan.
I like Chapel Rowan.
Yeah.
A bit of Mac Miller. Always listen to some Prince. Huey Lewis in the News. That shit's always fucking on. It's a little bit of Snoop Dogg. A little bit of Dre. A little bit of Zorba. A little bit of Zorba the Greek by the Athenians.
Okay.
Do you know that?
No. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is called Son of a Mule. Son of a Mule.
Son of a Mule. A little bit of Bailey Strings, some Jerry Lee Lewis. What do you got going on for yours?
This is embarrassing.
It is. What is it?
This is embarrassing. Well, the things I'm not embarrassed about would be lots of Talking Heads, lots of Beastie Boys, little Bruce Springsteen, some Beach Boys, some Monkees, and I'm not.
Be embarrassed about the Monkees.
I'm not that embarrassed by Doja Cat. However, there does seem to be a lot of Sabrina Carpenter on here.
I like Sabrina Carpenter.
I
And
love
you
Sabrina
like
Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter because your kid likes Sabrina Carpenter.
That's what it is when we drive around in the car, I try to find strong female vocalists that she can listen to. And Taylor Swift, I've listened to too much in my life, so I don't really play it that much anymore.
All right, is that it? That's all you got for me?
I gave you my top 25. I listed everybody on there.
That wasn't even 25.
I know, but most of them was the Talking Heads, and I'm proud of that. I like the Talking Heads.
Jesus. A little bit of Bill Withers. I had some New Edition on there, too. What?
Yeah, Bill Withers is good.
Girl,
Yeah.
you're my world. All right, you're going to get flagged.
Dude, what do you mean I'm going to get flagged?
Immediately.
Nobody immediately flagged.
So did we already do the question? Is that the question for the day?
No, you got a better question. Nobody likes my questions.
Is Phish better now than they were in the 90s?
I paused so that you could cut it and post it, but the answer is yes. Phish is better now than they were in the 90s.
I think it's subjective.
It's not. Technically, they're better at what they want to do than they were in the 90s. In the 90s, they were figuring... Are you going to sneeze?
No.
All right. They were trying to figure out what they wanted to do in the 90s. The entire band, any member can take control of a song, steer it in any direction they want. Fishman can't change keys, but everybody else can.
He can change tempo, and he can change how loud he's playing. And
the other three members will turn on a dime with them, and I think that's what they always wanted. That's what they always wanted to be, and they've never done it better. Dude, Themes from the Bottom are just like, whoosh, it's great. It's great.
I think they did what they wanted to do for each time and place that they were doing it. I don't think that they were trying to get to the point that they are now. In fact, I think that 92 Phish might have looked at 2024 and be like, is this really where we're going here? Because I'm not sure.
No way.
See,
Trey looks at the future of Phish and thinks, wow, I'm playing the best I've ever played now, and he believes that every time he gets on stage.
I don't think they could have expected that they're going to play the way that they do now. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, because I like that the way that they're playing now. I'm just saying he didn't expect that. Guaranteed. He would have thought that they would be rip-roaring fast and blowing lines in their 60s.
I think that if you listen to 2014 Phish, Trey would have been like, that's a little rough. It's a little rough. Maybe. But that's because it took them 16 years to get to 1999 Phish, which was, possibly some of the best Phish they ever played, right? In my opinion. And it took them another 16 years after the goddamn breakup to get back into it, because it's not something you can hop into.
I just say that they've just constantly progressed or digressed and then progressed even further. So they've always pushed themselves further, which I think the Dead has really never really done.
Oh my God. I got to end the podcast because I had the best idea, but I don't want to share it now. He's Matt, the Brillo-haired enthusiast.
Pickle.
I'm Nick.
The Brillo-haired pickle.
We're insufficient. And you know what? Because I'm angry with you... Happy birthday, buddy. I'm not really angry with you.
It's not my birthday.
I know.
I hate that you do this outro when it's not necessary.
I think it's the most necessary outro ever. It's somebody's birthday. Hey, we could be a podcast that just gave birthday shout outs to people.
Yeah, we could. We can do that now.
Okay.
Let's see. That's it?
That's it. Short.
It is short.
Yeah.
I'm happy it's short. It's a really shitty song.